And welcome back to Down the Track. Today's review for CSK versus Punjab. Convincing win for CSK. They're back on track now after a loss. I have with me Vinay Hariharan and a huge CSK fan, Kumar. Kumi, how are you doing, bro?
Excellent, man. Glad to be back on the points table.
Yeah, man, an amazing victory. And of course, the pitch suited Chennai. But just your initial thoughts, the Deepak Chahar set up the game. Some brilliant bowling, man. He learned from the last game, no swing at all. But this game, like, he was very effective.
100%. I think that's the beauty about Mumbai. If you're playing on the right pitch, Mumbai does offer some nice little seam in the beginning. We saw that in the last game too. If you saw, when we played the last game, Chennai was struggling in the first few overs when they were batting first. So this time around, another thing that was in our favor was the fielding, man. Thank God the ball was going to Jadeja,
Jadeja, man.
Best fielder in the world, and when he goes to best fielder in the world, he makes things happen.
Yeah, man, that run out was crucial and the catch as well. Vinay, you called it yesterday. The pitch was, it suited Chennai, but were you kind of shocked with the way Punjab approached it? Like, yes, they have explosive batsmen, but you need at least somebody to anchor, and today there was nobody there.
Yeah, a lot of chances that they kind of gave away at the start itself, right? Like you saw Mayank Agarwal. For a T20 batsman, that's actually like he plays test matches and everything. That's a regular ball, right? He just missed the line, but
it was a nice delivery. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Delivery, yeah. But like at this level, you can't miss these kind of balls, and he was struggling. Like I'm just saying, like all the batsmen and stuff, they could have played much better than the way they just played at the start of the game.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, Kumi, sorry, you were going to say something?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, some of the shot selection, we should blame. You're seeing that it's a sticky wicket, and Puran, I understand he's a positive, batsman, but coming in second ball, just hooking the short ball, and don't even get me started on what Raidu was doing. So, I understand that you finishing fast, but where's your shot selection? Like at this level, international level.
Yeah.
No. Anyways, I don't want to read between the lines, but yeah, I agree. Shot selection was pretty horrible, in my opinion.
Vinay, we have a question from Abu Bakr saying like if Punjab want to let Rahul free, they should get Malan in. Malan for Gale on these kind of pitches, would you go with something like that?
It really depends. Like Gale is in form. He played well last game itself, and you can't really judge by just one game. Of course, Malan is the number one T20 batsman, but I don't think he's right now fitting in into the system for Punjab at this point. But yeah, he can definitely get a game, and maybe even for Puran at this stage, because Puran both games getting out early, he might get a look in there as well. So let's see what's in store.
Something with Puran, he got out on duck both times, but both short deliveries. We saw as well. Raina struggled with the short delivery. Raidu kind of as well. Kumi, something that these guys have done homework on, and do you think it'll be used more often now in the tournament?
I really think so. Especially when the wickets are too placed and the wicket is sticky, it definitely puts a doubt in the mind for the batsman, and I think it will be a big tactic. Teams are definitely eyeing this strategy, because they all know that Raina is a key piece in the puzzle for Chennai Super Kings batting. So they'll definitely look to adapt that strategy. But I also back Raina because over time, as the season progresses, he gets really good at nudging the ball and getting boundaries on the leg side. So I think Raina is going to be ready for that strategy.
Yeah, for sure. And Vinay, your thoughts on Shah Rukh Khan? He looked really good today. Like he was the only lone warrior for Punjab. Played some good shots down the ground as well, over the top. He's looking like a good signing for them.
And to be honest, he actually played very sensible. He was taking those singles with the other batsmen and stuff, and actually
I wasn't being selfish.
Yeah. Of course, he took most of the strike in the last overs, but he was trying to actually not go for every ball. He was trying to get one boundary or the other during the overs, and then get those quick singles and everything, which he played very smart. So I was impressed with the way he actually went through his innings today.
Yep, and sorry, Kumi.
I was going to say, good raw talent. I'm curious to see how he's going to play some quality spin of Hyderabad,
Yeah.
Against Rashid Khan and stuff. Because the thing is, I see that he's strong. He has a very strong base. but when you actually spin that ball, I'll be curious to see how he's gonna connect it.
Yeah, the good thing is he doesn't just look like the guy who just wants to hit. He's picking the ball out, and like he plays down the ground as well. He looks for the gaps as well. It's just not clearing the boundary. So I think that's what impressed me. But Kumi, man, your thoughts on Moeen Ali? He had some nice iftar today. Straight after that, he just killed it, man. What the shot came one down? I mean, Fleming also mentioned it during the game that they want Moeen Ali to bat one down to free up the middle order a bit, and he's playing some counter-attacking fluent cricket. Like it's really good batting.
I agree. One of the commentators, I forget who, but he was saying on the same comment that Moeen Ali is playing with a lot more freedom in CSK versus when he was in RCB. He was
RCB.
So I completely agree with that comment. That's the best that MS brings out of all these players. Where that's why even if you heard Watson commentary on his 200th game, he said everyone, even the foreign players, want to play under MS Dhoni because he just gives that liberty, right? Like the liberty for everyone to go express themselves as a cricketer, and that's what.
And that liberty comes from giving them responsibility, right? Like sending up one down. He sent Sam Curran ahead of him, so like it's giving them responsibility and making them feel important in this team.
Absolutely.
But you guys' thoughts on Dhoni not coming into bat and finishing the game? He didn't want to get out for Doug, or what was it, man? Like you expect him to come out and finish, but Kumi, anything?
I don't think so. I'm not going to read between the lines there. What I like seeing was when he was in the room, still strategizing with Fleming. I don't know if you guys saw the scene, but it's man. What is it? He has to prove nothing. He's got to. I think when time matters, like he'll step up. He's a big match player, so I think I'm not gonna. It doesn't matter who finishes the game. I just thought it was a bit sloppy in the end.
Yeah, it was kind of. There was a few hiccups there.
Actually, for Dhoni, if you remember when Shah Rukh Khan was facing his first ball, did you see that LBW shout?
Yeah.
I was like, this was plum and everything, right? But Dhoni's like, no. It's going over the stuff.
Yeah, that's where Dhoni is like, man, he's so useful. Like his captaincy, wicket keeping is next level. Vinay, man, your thoughts on Richardson, Meredith, these guys? I mean, they weren't as expensive today, but not picking up wickets. Will they have to change something? I know they had both bought expensively from Punjab, but they might need to change something. Maybe bring in a Jordan.
Yeah, I was actually thinking that. Well, instead of Riley, I think they should bring in Jordan. For just a change in the way, because I think today's pitch was little more slower side compared to the pitch that they played on the other game. And Jordan, he has some exceptional slow deliveries and stuff, so they could have brought him in, thinking all that and stuff.
Musti, in my opinion, I think there was a miss on KL Rahul. He didn't read the pitch properly. The team selection wasn't appropriate, in my opinion. You have Shami, you have Jai Richardson, and you have Meredith. 3 genuine pacers on a 2-pace track. They pick the wickets, their pacers, because they're not full fast bowlers, right? They're medium pacers that swing that ball. And they change pace. If you saw Gale's wicket, it's a change of pace delivery, right? Yeah. It's not like Meredith and these guys were constantly trying to change the pace. They were still going all in with the slower bounces in the middle. But just keep bouncing is not going to get you wickets in this track, I believe. At least in the early one, I think they should have used a bit more change of pace.
Sorry.
I was gonna say I agree with you. I think David Malan should have been brought in an extra batsman instead of Jai or Meredith, in my opinion, for this game.
They can also try, like Abu Bakr saying in the comments, they can also try Moises Henriquez,
I think so.
He can bowl the slower deliveries, but I agree with that. And just moving on, Vinay, for Punjab, what's next? How will they improve? Right now, they're looking like flat track bullies. I mean, they're doing well on flat pitches, but on these kind of pitches, they'll have to change their approach a bit. And like he said, like Kumi said, they didn't read the pitch, which is kind of surprising because yesterday it was the same ground, same kind of pitch, I think. So it's surprising they didn't read the pitch, or is it they don't have those options? So what do you think?
One thing I've noticed even last year and this year in Punjab is if KL Rahul is not performing, they are kind of not looking like a championship side, to be honest. And the other thing is the way KL Rahul is playing, he's actually taking the pressure on himself and he's not playing his natural innings as well. So it's it's a kind of fault where they're not able to get a lineup which can support him, as well as he's not able to free himself from that responsibility as well. A lot is depending on him, and when he's performing, Kingsland or Punjab is actually performing. But I guess they need to change a little bit on their tactics and try to understand the pitch and the conditions better, and not depend on just one player every single game.
Yeah, and Kumi, just a word on CSK. I mean, it was Deepak Chahar's day with the ball, 4 wickets. But if you look at the contributors, Karan's economy rate was 4 runs after 3 overs. Jadeja's was 4.75 after 4 overs. And Dwayne Bravo chipping in with a wicket and going for 5 runs and over right in the death. He was called upon just for the last 2 overs in the death. So, they have specific roles, and it looks like they're very prepared this time around.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty. To your point, Matt. You made a very good point where you said MS brings the best out of his players by keeping them pressure free, by keeping it clear. Because you're right, he's clear in what their expectation is from their roles, right? So, in the middle, like I said, every time for MS is between over number 8 and over 15, and then obviously the CSK can get better in the power play and as well as that, but over time and time again, Bravo with his experience, right? To my point, on a sticky surface, he knows how to change the pace. And what I like is Bravo guiding Sam, guiding Deepak on how to change the pace and when to change the pace. So yeah, I think they're going to be a well-oiled machine by the mid-season. So 7th game onwards, they're going to be super exciting to watch for sure.
Yeah, this is Bravo's paradise. I think the only time they'll get challenged is when you get that wicket they got in the first game, and so probably in Bangalore, Kolkata, they might struggle over there. But these kind of pitches, I think Chennai is very difficult to beat. But yeah, player of the match for you guys, Vinay, is it straightforward Deepak Chahar or Moeen Ali? What do you think?
Deepak Chahar, man. That's
he broke the back of Punjab, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Excellent deliveries. And Kumi mentioned that knuckleball he used. In particular, it was. I think it fooled Gale another wicket as well. If it was Huda or something, the knuckleball is very useful from Deepak Chahar. And on these pitches, you need to have these variations, which the likes of Jai was missing. But Kumi, your player of the game.
100% Deepak Chahar, and in my books, man, look, fielding is underrated.
Yeah,
the value that Jadeja just brings is just unreal, right? So, KL is in form and just getting that run out. It's literally a matter of fraction of a second, and that wicket changed the tone of the entire Punjab batting lineup. So,
yeah,
I think for me, Jaddu as well for changing that in the field. But overall, great performance, all-round performance from CSK.
Yeah, excellent performance from the Chennai Super Kings. And just to wrap it up, just quickly about tomorrow, I really don't want to talk about it, but Sunrisers are playing Mumbai Indians. They've lost 2 games. Kumi's got it right so far about this team, but there's glimpses of brilliance there, but they're just not finishing off games. It's been very heartbreaking. Your thoughts on tomorrow, Kumi? I guess you're going to go with the Mumbai Indians, but just your brief thoughts on the game.
Yeah, tomorrow I'm actually rooting for Hyderabad. I want them to bounce back because in heart of my heart, man. As much as Mumbai, I know it's in the top 4, but for CSK it's always a rivalry. So I'm going with Hyderabad for tomorrow. I hope that and also I want to see what we saw last year in Dubai, where IPL was closed. I know Mumbai was kind of running with it, but I want to see everyone winning and making it close up into the half, and then the second half of IPL just becoming like that thing where teams can run away. You know what I mean? But
I know.
I'm routing for Hyderabad tomorrow.
I like that. I like to hear that. Vinay, winning the toss, batting first will be an advantage this time.
Yes, for if SRH actually bats. No, they're not.
But if you notice in Chennai, both of you guys, if you've seen that first 10 overs in both innings, is you have to make your runs, because second half is just wicket every single ball.
I honestly feel that if Kane Williamson plays tomorrow, SRH definitely has a chance. I actually believe that he needs to be in that team.
But you know why he didn't play the first 2 games, right?
Whatever they say.
What do you mean, whatever? Listen, he has an elbow injury. If he has an injury, how is he going to play, Vinay? When he's fit, he'll play. He said Trevor
That's
Bayliss.
his excuse. That's his
No,
excuse.
man.
They want
The
to
coach
invest
said
in
clearly.
this.
The coach said clearly that Kane Williamson has an injury, but he walks into this team if he's fully fit. So we're just waiting for him to be fit, and he'll be back. But
I just
yes,
I just hope he plays tomorrow, and then definitely SRH has a chance
yeah,
because
and
he's that
yeah.
anchor that actually directs the ship there and takes him all the way.
Yeah, Kumi, I mean, like SRH did implode. It was very disappointing. But KKR did the same thing the game before this. So there's something in that pitch as well, right? So they'll have to change the strategy. Both teams maybe go even harder at the top and then try to work it around instead of smashing it in the second half of the innings.
Chennai is a fortress, man. It's a fortress. It's meant the way they built the pitch. It's a fortress meant for CSK. It's tough when you go to the den, right? To play in the den, and yeah, I'm sure teams need they just need some time there to get the trick. But what I'm excited about is seeing more raw Indian players playing in Hyderabad. So I want Abhishek Sharma. I want these guys to play. Abdul Samad, like I like seeing what he was trying to do. And,
do you have any tips for Manish Pandey? Like it looks like he's start padding these days, bro. I have any tips?
Game one, if you play 50 deliveries and you're not able to finish the game, that's as a quality Indian player, then there's something wrong. You need to over time. Manish Pandey is not known to be that finisher, right? So I think he can improve, and he should learn from other senior Indian cricketers that have been around him. So I'm hoping that over time he progresses and he starts finishing more games.
But Kumi, over here, it wasn't even about finishing. Warner was set going, and they were 100 for like one or something. Suddenly he plays 4 dot balls out of nowhere. Like it's simple basics. Just rotate the strike. I know it's easier for me to say, but for a batsman like that who's played for India, he needs to rotate the strike.
You're right, man. It's we shouldn't be shy away when we're criticizing. We shouldn't be shy away from saying that just because we're not there. I mean,
yeah,
we were amateur pros. When you're a pro and you're playing full-time cricket, then it's our freedom of speech to criticize them. So absolutely, man. I think you're right. At that level, when they're playing so many deliveries, thousands of deliveries in the nest, these guys should have the mindset at this point after being so seasoned to adapt. Right?
Yeah,
that's what differentiates your ex-players from your X-factor players from your regular players.
Yeah, to be honest, I think tomorrow the death overs in both innings will make the difference because Bombay, both with the bat and with the ball, they're sensational at the death. Their batsmen haven't clicked right now. These pitches maybe not like suiting them, but I think they're bound to come back into form. Bowlers, Bumrah and Bolt have been amazing. Rashid Khan or Deepak, what's his name? Rahul Chahar, Vinay, who's going to pick up more wickets tomorrow?
Rahul Chahar.
You just don't like Hyderabad, man.
I'm going to be radical. I would love to see SRH instead of Nabi playing Mujib tomorrow. I don't know. I think it might be.
But in the last game, Holder played because Nabi got an injury to the neck. So Holder played. I think the reason he played was for that balance in the middle order.
Got it. But I don't know. I feel like
I agree.
Because the thing is, you will, in my opinion, I think you're going to see the better of Mumbai if you play good quality spinners. That's just my take. Because, for Hardik Pandya and these guys, it's too easy.
But on this kind of pitch, if the pitch does assist spin, it won't be that easy playing the likes of Rashid Khan. But I agree with you. If it does come on to the bat, then they'll smash it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's right.
The only reason why I feel Rahul Chahar would be more better on this pitch is Rashid Khan, if he actually tosses the ball up and then invites the batsman to actually drive and stuff, that's something that Rashid never has done. So that's one thing where Mumbai Indians can get outfoxed on. But they have actually very experienced batting lineup and they played Rashid a lot. So I feel that.
Also, I think the teams really don't go for Rashid, whereas Chahar, you saw Gill stepping out like twice and then getting out. So Rashid, they try to rotate him and try to go 6-7 and over and then hit the other bowlers. So, but yeah, I think Bhuvneshwar Kumar will be key. Again, his death overs have been a bit weak in the first 2 games. He has to improve on that for SRH, but hoping for the best. Any last thoughts, guys? Kumi, a crazy win. Chennai looking a good team again. I mean, a solid team again. I don't think they'll have last year's season, but any last thoughts for you guys?
No, from my side, I'm excited to be back on the points table. I think there's still a little bit of rust that needs to be removed, especially in Raidu's brain. So hopefully, hopefully as time progresses, we can get better. And I think I think it's time we give Uttapa a chance, man. Like, come on, the man's known to open the batting and really crush it.
Instead of Gaikwad?
Yeah, at this point he's struggling. I think I understand 2 games not enough, but I'm also considering Dubai and there are different circumstances where he scored those 3 back-to-back 50s. But I think at this point I would like to change something up. Like you need someone that can come in and bring some 6 hitting power in the first 6, in my opinion. Because both Faf and Gaikwad are the same. The way they go about things, they're going about things. And if they go out of their comfort zone and try to slog, then they get out. Both Faf and Gaikwad. It doesn't make any sense for me to see both going about the business hours. So I'm gonna see if CSK can make some changes there.
That's where Watson was really important for CSK because he had that
with the crazy point,
influence.
man.
Yeah, exactly. Water, right? Like the water and the power of just clearing the 30 yard, doing the power play. You need that without going for a rash shot.
Yeah. Punter was asking about Raina's short ball issue, and Kumi explained that he does have an issue, but as the tournament goes on, he'd probably find a way, and the pitches will get slower as well, so maybe it won't trouble him as much. But yeah, it is an issue. It's a definite issue for sure. Vinay, any last thoughts?
Nope. Just looking forward to the weekend games. Delhi is back playing again. So
yeah, on Sunday I'll catch you for that. But tomorrow it's going to be. Hopefully we'll get Punter on the show. Hopefully Hyderabad win, but I don't know, man. Right now playing defending champions is very difficult. But catch you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Some really good points there, and hope to see you guys soon.
Good, Musti. Take care, guys.
Take care.
Yeah. Bye.